Patrolling the Mojave almost makes you wish for a nuclear winter.
Oh, you bastard. You're fucking lucky I don't know which one of you said that, but you say that shit again, this bullet's going in your fucking skull. Oh, wait, it's a laser rifle. This laser's going through your fucking skull. God damn it, game. Why are you so shit with the movement? I just want to do something that you weren't designed for me to be able to do. I fucking heard that. Anyways, hello no one, and welcome back to Fallout New Vegas. In the last video, we came here to Camp Golf, discovered... Oh. They're gone. Well, we discovered 4 people in this camp. Raz, Mags, Hanlon, something like that, and, Poindexter. I nearly forgot his name because he's someone that I wish to be forgotten soon. If you catch my drift. Anyways, we discovered that they all kind of...
Wish I had a first recon guy looking after me.
Anyways, we discovered that they all kind of hate each other, so, that's nice. In this video, we'll be heading into this building, which is apparently where the, like, I guess leaders of this camp are holed up, because, well, you can see why. But at the same time, this place is fucking massive, so why the fuck do they all have this to themselves? I guess we're about to find that out. For those of you that don't know, this is the House Resort, with only one entrance on this side. So I'm not entirely sure how well this one worked out, but, you know, we'll... I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter, because this is... Ooh. Was it a house resort before the war? Or... Jesus Christ, the God race. Oh. Okay. It's a lot emptier than I thought it would be. Oh, there's no bell. Ding ding, I would like to check in. What the f... okay, This game doesn't hide the we have a single spawn point thing very well, does it? I mean, like, there's so many beds around you. You could have just had them all sleeping the second I walk in, and then they're all just sort of walking around. Oh, Jesus.
Hello. Trolling the Mojave almost makes you wish for a nuclear. Hello.
Did he say that while sleeping? Because it sounded like it was coming from... Okay, I'm just... Ooh, hello. Ooh. Excuse me, sir. I'm contemplating stealing some of your shit, so if you could not... Yeah, probably shouldn't. Okay, Oh, okay, I haven't had a fucking chance to get my bearings. I tried to check in, saw all these fucking guys. They're not... Well... Oh, hello. I believe that is... I think it's just Mr. House. I said, like, Doctor or DJ. I have no idea where the fucking Doctor... any of that came from, so... Alright, I'm just gonna say it. He created robots to fuck him. Because, I mean, just look at that. There's no reason for that to be so fucking pronounced. Or maybe he just likes getting teabagged. He knew in his old age that he wouldn't be able to get on the ground as easily, so he just created a giant robot so he could just dunk his nuts on his face. This place has thrown off my entire rhythm. Oh, hello. Chief Hanlon. Anyways, as I was saying, this place has thrown off my entire rhythm. And I don't even have rhythm to begin with, so it's interesting how this is all turning out. Hello, Chief Hanlon.
Back west, you don't see too many of these. Lakes, I mean. Natural or man-made. Any kind, really. We neglected the dams or pumped all the water out a long time ago. Owens, Isabella, the San Luis. Drained the aquifers of everything they had. Just a lot of mud and dust now. It's a different feeling watching the sun come up over the water. Takes some getting used to. But if you're here long enough, it starts to seem normal. That's what a ranger's life is now, looking east. You must be the courier folks have been talking about. Word on the radio is that someone wronged you back in Good Springs. The Mojave has a way of burning decent people up. But it sounds like you've done right by the NCR. It's appreciated. Now what can I do for you?
I came for a conversation, not a monologue, but, you know. Oh my god, I wasn't actually expecting that to be an option. No, just no, but, like, that's funny as fuck. Tell me about yourself.
Folks around here call me the chief, but Hanlon's just fine. The Rangers run themselves pretty well, but I try to lend a hand. Mostly administrative work, helping coordinate intel on the radio. That and keeping an eye on the fires growing across the water.
What do you mean by fires?
Legion fires.
Yeah.
They burn high wherever the Legion goes. Caesar's a hard man to figure out, but he always wants you to know when more troops are at your front door.
I'm guessing Nipton is one of these Legion fires. And how's the NCR doing?
It's no secret we've had better campaigns. Holding this whole length of river isn't easy. We're stretched thin and the long 15 just keeps getting longer. Slow to get supplies, slower to get reinforcements. NCR's Senate has got funds tied up at the boneyard. And President Kimball ordered our most experienced rangers to chase ghosts down at Baja.
What's in the boneyard that's getting funds tied up there?
Senate elections are coming up. Local representatives don't want to push any more funding to the Mojave campaign because it's unpopular. Most of the folks around the boneyard haven't been to New Vegas and probably never will. All they know is that their money gets sucked away to this desert and their brothers, sisters, sons, and daughters die here.
What's exactly going up in Baja?
It's complicated. Goes way back. I told President Kimball that we need more rangers here. He accepted that, but took the most experienced ones and sent them south. Patrol rangers are good men and women, but we're about to fight a war.
And what about the troopers?
You've seen it yourself. Some of them don't even have proper service rifles or armor. Our heavy infantry, power armor units, they're back in NCR territory protecting the interests of Brahmin barons against small-time raiders. Brahmin barons only have one vote at the ballot box, but they have a lot of money to throw around.
So what exactly has the Legion been up to recently?
Not too long ago, they took Nelson and Searchlight. They got some camps on the eastern shore of the Colorado, and a monstrosity on the hill across the lake. That's for Caesar. Some folks don't believe he's here yet, but you can tell. He's the eye of the storm. It all roils and spins around him. You don't have to see the man to see the effect he has.
What happened at Searchlight?
Searchlight was worse. One of Caesar's Frumentari must have found something in there. Flooded the whole camp with radiation.
Jesus. What about Nelson?
Nelson was barely set up. We had a big stretch of unprotected land between Forlorn Hope and Searchlight, and Nelson was the solution. A deaconess named Dead Sea took the place and caused a lot of damage. By the way, I appreciate what you did for the troopers down there. Nelson might not be the most strategically important place, but taking Dead Sea out means a lot to them.
Was there a guy named Dead Sea there that I killed that I just don't remember? Because I killed a lot of people there, and I've killed a lot of people in general, but I don't know if he was one of them. What do you know about Caesar, or Kaiser, or whatever the fuck?
The best of the best, worst of the worst. He came out of NCR, one of the followers of the apocalypse. Like a lot of the followers, he went out in the wilderness with a partner to try to help those who needed helping. Not much different from how the Rangers used to be, except with books and medicine instead of guns.
Where did he go exactly?
Out to the Grand Canyon. He met a missionary from Utah, a man by the name of Joshua Graham. Graham helped translate for the followers and the tribes. All three of them got nabbed by the Blackfoots down there, back when they were still at war with every other tribe in the Southwest.
And how exactly did a follower of the apocalypse wind up becoming Caesar?
Somewhere along the way, he realized he needed to educate the Blackfoots or they were going to get wiped out with the rest of the tribe. Showed them how to use guns, how to make explosives. Once he taught the Blackfoots a thing or two, they needed him. And he no longer needed the followers, NCR, or anyone else. He decided he could remake the tribes of the Southwest whether they wanted it or not.
So he's definitely white.
He became Caesar, and Joshua Graham became his legate, his right hand. And that's where Graham stayed until Hoover Dam.
What happened to Graham after Hoover Dam?
Losing the dam was the worst defeat the Legion ever suffered. Graham had been with Caesar since the beginning, but he had to set an example. The Praetorians covered Graham in pitch, lit him on fire, and down into the Grand Canyon he went.
I'm guessing that was the end of Graham.
It's not that clear-cut. You have to understand, Graham was the toughest son of a gun anyone around these parts had ever seen. Before Hoover, we had 5 kill reports on Graham from Rangers and 1st Recon sharpshooters who tried to take him out. Some folks think he's still alive. Call him the Burned Man.
So he's definitely someone we're meeting at some point in this game. If I were to guess, he's not human, at least not fully. But I don't know if he'd be mutated at some... Well, if they call him the Burned Man, he's most likely not a ghoul per se, but just like a charred corpse that's still alive somehow. And so, sure. So are the Blackfoots a part of the Legion, or...?
Yes and no. The Blackfoots don't exist anymore. Just like any other tribe that gets swallowed by the Legion. Caesar takes the tribal out of the tribe. Scrapes and burns off tattoos, breaks up families, forces mixed breeding so all the old loyalties die away. The only tribe in the Legion is the Legion. Caesar is the chief, father, and god, all rolled into one.
Yeah. I know I wouldn't like the Legion.
Shoot.
Now I just full on fucking despise them. Tell me about the Rangers.
I could tell you a lot if you had the time. But at my age, I'm not sure which of us would get tired first. What do you want to know?
I guess to start, how long have you been in the Rangers?
Oh, well, I guess it must be coming up on 40 years or so. Back before Elise was chief, anyway. It was a heck of a lot harder then. Weren't as many of us to go around, but I think it was a lot easier to tell the good guys from the bad.
What exactly do the Rangers do?
Well, there's what we're supposed to be doing and what we're actually doing. There's a big gap between those two things. About as wide as that lake out there.
Okay, then what are you supposed to be doing?
To protect against all forms of tyranny. As simple as that. 30, 40 years ago, the wasteland was full of despots. Slavers, raiders, tough-talking hoodlums with gangs who'd like to kick around towns. Back then, the NCR military was still young. Couldn't cover much ground. It took groups like ours to tip the balance back to the good guys.
What are you actually doing?
Sitting on the shore of Lake Mead, looking east. Listening to a radio. Trying to not get too many people killed. I'm too old to be slapping leather, but I had hoped for something else. More than this, anyway.
Why are the Rangers here exactly? I'm guessing to sort of just keep an eye out like the rest of the camps along the shore.
There's a lot of answers to that question, but it started with the Ranger Unification Treaty. We weren't always the only show in town. Nevada had its own posse, the Desert Rangers. They fought Caesar even farther east out in Arizona. Years back, we met with the Desert Rangers at Mojave Outpost and agreed to help them against Caesar if they would join the NCR.
Do you have any good stories to tell?
Suppose it depends on what you think's good. Most folks want to hear about Hoover Dam and Boulder City, but it's a long story. If you want some tall tales about hunting down slavers or busting up gangs, talk to one of the younger Rangers.
I mean, there must be something good that the Rangers have done that you're proud of.
It's kind of a long one, but all right. About 25 years ago, a group of NCR settlers pushed way south into Baja. I guess it doesn't seem so far now if you look at a map, but back then they were out of ways. They built this little shanty town around a well in the middle of nowhere. Called it Rattletail. Word got back to one of our stations that raiders had been attacking the place. I went out with 6 Rangers. We must have been on the trail for a week before we got to Rattletail. We lost one woman to night stalkers and another almost died of dehydration. When we reached the place, it's 6 shacks set up around an old well. There's over 24 bodies lying in the dunes way outside of town, and 5 men with 308 rifles crouched behind sandbags. And these bodies, these people out in the sand, they aren't raiders, aren't even heavily armed. They're just people who were trying to get to the only well in 50 miles. I didn't have to talk to the men to see that they did not care one bit. They had planted an NCR flag over the well, and they would not budge until every last one of them was laid out dead and cold. So I walked up and told them there was a group of raiders coming, 100 strong. I made up some cockamamie name for them and everything. The men looked at each other, looked at us, and asked me what we were going to do about it. I told them we would take them back into NCR territory because we'd already lost 10 Rangers on the way out. 10 Rangers, 5 men with 308 rifles. Well, that was enough for them. They packed up what they could and we took them back north. Last I heard, they settled somewhere in Anza Borrego. Raised bighorners. Had some tough times, but it worked out okay for them. So there you go. That's my one bit of good.
What happened at the Hoover Dam in Boulder City?
In big battles, Caesar deploys his legionaries in waves. Recruits up front, prime soldiers behind the recruits, old guard bringing up the rear. Opponents wear themselves out dealing with the first 2 waves, if they survive that long. When the veterans step up, there's not much fight left. Caesar can adapt, though, and when required, he can run any mix of legionaries as skirmishers and still retain order in the ranks. Joshua Graham, Caesar's old legate, he wasn't so flexible. When the Legion attacked Hoover Dam, General Oliver ordered his troopers back to the middle ground just after first contact. Graham pushed all of the legionaries onto the dam, filling the east side with recruits up front and veterans in the back, by the book. But once they were in, they were stuck there. Oliver's troopers were entrenched and wouldn't give a foot. That's when we ordered the Rangers and the 1st Recon sharpshooters to start picking off veteran Legion officers from a high ridge west of the dam. That only lasted about a minute before Graham ordered the back ranks to push through to the front and rush the ridge. Caused total chaos among the younger legionaries. Oliver's troopers fell back to the side walkways and stayed out of the veterans' way. By the time the veterans got to the ridge, we were already in Boulder City. They followed us down there, but we were out before they realized what was happening. We'd packed the old city with C4 and dynamite. Crude, but it did the job. Those who didn't die in the blast were in no position to mount a defense. The ones left on the dam didn't know what to do. The troopers routed them. Graham pulled the remaining legionaries back, but the battle was over. He went south, back to the Grand Canyon, back to Caesar. And that was the last we saw or heard from Joshua Graham.
Alright then. I didn't realize that this episode would be filled with just a lot of lore and shit, but it is interesting. I do like the lore in this game. I just don't know if it's exactly what other people want, but I did say that this would be a slower series. Anyways, what? Just for research purposes, what do they consider sexy? This is it? This is sexy to you? Holy fucking shit, this bath is it's bigger than the sink! Or taller than the sink, rather. That is not what a... What the fuck? Oh. Boone, get over here for a size compare. Actually, wait, no, I just use my... Jesus fucking Christ. This is what baths should be like IRL. I don't want to fucking sit in a bath and have to have my fucking legs up over the faucet just to be able to fucking sit in it. Nah, I want this bath. Jesus Christ, man. That seems so goddamn impractical. Like, what the fuck? Okay. What else do we have around here? We got a NCR Ranger. Is that you? It sounded like it came from behind me. I'm guessing this is like a storage for the canteen, wherever that would be. Hello? I'm not gonna touch that because I don't know what that even is, so... Fortunately, I can't take anything here. Ooh. Broken terminal. Primary power source unavailable. Check all cords and plugs for connection. Okay. Doesn't have any cords here. Ooh. What exactly does this do? Day energy weapons plus 10. Eh. If it's not permanent, I'm not gonna take it. So I'm just gonna. Primary power source is unavailable.
Count on that.
Who the f... Are my headphones on backwards? Hold on. I need to do something. Because sometimes this happens. Z. Okay. I don't know why, but sometimes my headphones kind of like get flipped. Like, obviously I threw that can to the right, but the sound came from the left, but my headphones were on the right way. So I don't know what the hell is up with that. They're Bluetooth headphones, Jesus Christ. So I don't know if that's a problem that usually happens with them, but that's just a problem that I've noticed with this. At least this pair. It doesn't happen too often, but it is kind of annoying when it does, because I don't always realize it. Got a medical room here, maybe?
Hey.
Jesus Christ, every single fucking time. I'm technically close enough for that to, like, make sense, but considering the fact that we're not in the same room, it's just like... Just stop talking to me through the walls. They're in the walls. They're in the goddamn walls! With how big this place is, you could easily, like, just take a fucking room here. Like, you have the bunks to be able to do this. Just, like, take this bed out, fucking move it somewhere else, maybe use it for firewood, bunk there, bunk there, bunk there, bunk there, bunk there. Like, you have enough room in here to fucking house everyone. What the fuck? They really are pieces of shit. I mean, we knew that, but, you know. Jesus fucking Christ. Okay, is Sunset Sarsaparilla Oh. I can take them without getting in trouble. Good. But, like I was saying, is Sunset Sarsaparilla a beer or alcohol of some sort? Or is it just like a soda? Because I thought it was just a soda, but, I mean... It seems a bit more than a soda to me. Smith's Reader. I'm not going to take it, because I don't think those are... Well, actually, hold on a second. Now they are the same value. I'm going to guess anything that has more than a value of 20 that's a magazine is a permanent upgrade. But I just don't know if that's the case. And I'm not going to steal them. Just see if that is true. Let's see. I think that was the sound of me losing karma, so I'll... Well, it's not stealing, so that should automatically just work, I think. I did quick save, so I'll check that. Let's see. Squad CG554-2. Misfits. Oh, jeez. Okay. Squad CG demonstrates consistently poor marksmanship and lacks basic firearm skills. Team coordination is minimal at best, and individual rivalries crop up frequently. Recommended further basic training and team building exercises. Final analysis, poor. I'm guessing these are the 4 people that we met, because it sounds like them. Grenade range. Squad has demonstrated an appalling lack of skill with regards to basic explosive armaments of the NCR Army. It is, to speak frankly, a miracle that they retain all of their limbs. Extensive retraining with dummy rounds is highly recommended. Yeah, that makes sense. Ranger Detachment Alpha. Access denied. Ranger Detachment reports not available from the system. I'm guessing that is the case with all of them. Yes, okay. NCR Infamy gained. Ooh. I don't want to set the world no. Fucking Jesus Christ me. It's right there, just click on it. Where would I... Stats, I think? General? Let's see, NCR, I'm accepted. I don't know if that actually went down or not. I'm gonna load and see if that changed anything. Because I don't really care too much. It's just accepted. One thing that I can do to make sure that this does work. Threefold Law. Karma is about 210. If I access this, what does it become now? It is 210 still. Okay, so will -10. Hopefully that works. Put us at 200. I'll take that. I wasn't crouched during that, so hopefully that doesn't come to... Somebody speaking, I don't know where, and I'm gonna get out of here before I do. Alright, well. What did I just see there? Okay, it's a Batra. Never mind. I saw that all the way in the distance. I thought it was like a person like running here, and I thought that was Boone or Eddie because... I mean, this game is that stupid sometimes, so you never know. Anyways, with that being said, we're going to leave this video off here. I know it wasn't actually... I hesitate to say as interesting as I thought it would be. It just wasn't like... It was just a lot of listening. Which, I don't know if that's really a good video, but... I mean, it's interesting. It's interesting to me, at least, and I know some other people might find that interesting, and... Well, I do. Alright, shut up. I find it interesting, so it's gonna be a fucking video, okay? Okay. Actually, before we do in this video... Well, I don't know if we can actually fix that one terminal. Because the power supply was, like, unconnected, or just, like, wasn't working, and I don't know if we can find a power supply around here. Because, like, the only thing that's broken around here is, like, this pipe, but, I don't think they really care because that's quite fucking obvious. And I haven't seen any other power supply near here to where I could fix it. So I think that might just be a broken terminal and we kind of have to deal with it. Which sucks, but oh well. Hello. I'm just gonna miss. I can hit from here. I've done it before. God damn it. Come on. Yeah? Wow, this is doing no fucking damage from this. Okay. I was gonna end the video, but I saw them, and we're gonna just kill them real quick because... Is that a sniper? Bring me a sniper. Okay, yeah, I think that's a very good weapon to have, considering the fact that they're doing that much damage to me. We're just gonna go to the top. We're gonna go... Actually, I should have gone all the way to the bottom because we can drink some... Sunset sarsaparilla. Sugar bombs. Squirrel on a stick. Squirrel stew. Pork and beans. Potato crisp. Maize. Leclerc egg. I ate that without even thinking. I don't know how I feel about that one. Junk food. Alright. We're just gonna hide behind this rock. Boone, Eddie, please help. Wherever the fuck you are. Okay. Please tell me that is a sniper rifle. Because if it is, that would be a massive help. Legionnaire, Legionarius, hunting rifle. You know what? We do have a few of those in storage, I believe. So, you know what? I will take it. Now, the fact that it was just these, like, one Legion guy and Legion Mongrel and nobody else, as well as being this close to the camp, I don't know how I feel about that. Anyways, with that being said, after the 7th time of trying to end the video, I'll actually be able to do it this time. We're going to leave this video off here. And I think in the next video, we'll actually sort of head through the Vegas Strip. I don't know how I forgot that. We'll head to the Vegas Strip to the other camp that's across it just to get this quest done. And also probably discover a few more locations along the way. And hopefully get a bit more money, because I do think we have over 3k caps, but I want to get just a bit more, just for emergencies, because I'm assuming, like, the 2k, that's something that we're going to lose just to enter the place, and hopefully that's not an every time thing, because if that's an every time thing, that is so fucking bullshit. But, I don't know, we'll figure it out at some other point. With that being said, I do hope you all enjoyed this video. I know it definitely wasn't what I was expecting. It was literally just listening to one person and the rest of the place being empty or filled with stuff that would be stealing, so. Anyways, yes, I do hope you all enjoyed it, and I hope to catch you in the next video, whenever and whatever that shall be. See you!